On May 3, 2007, 3-year-old Madeleine McCann vanished from her bed in a rented holiday apartment at Praia da Luz, a seaside village in Portugal, while her parents dined with friends nearby. The disappearance of a seemingly happy British child on a family holiday in a quiet resort area immediately captured global attention. By dawn the following day, British television channels and print media were already broadcasting urgent appeals from the family. This rapid escalation transformed a personal tragedy into an international news event. Several factors converged to make Madeleine's case one of the most reported missing child stories in modern history. Narrative of innocence and vulnerability. A young child disappearing in a safe holiday setting evoked universal sympathy. Heartbreaking imagery. Widely circulated photos of Madeleine smiling with her distinct eye markings created a powerful visual hook for the press. Location symbolism. Praia da Luz, portrayed as a peaceful and idyllic coastal village, contrasted sharply with the horror of the case, deepening public fascination. Proactive parents. Kate and Jerry McCann's decision to actively seek publicity rather than retreat amplified international media coverage and mobilized global interest. The combination of these elements generated an intense news cycle rarely seen in missing person cases. The arrival of dozens of journalists in the days following Madeleine's disappearance strained the Portuguese police's capacity to manage both the investigation and the intense media scrutiny. Portugal's judicial secrecy laws, which limit public disclosure during ongoing investigations, clashed with the UK media's expectations for transparency. This tension culminated in a press conference where an overwhelmed police officer, compelled to appear, refused to answer most questions. Such moments underscored the cultural and procedural gap between Portuguese authorities and British journalists, further fueling speculation and mistrust. Unlike many families of missing children, the McCanns ignored official advice to maintain silence. They spoke regularly to reporters, posed for cameras, and even traveled internationally to raise awareness. This strategy initially bolstered public sympathy, but later contributed to their fraught relationship with the media. A secret Home Office report documented growing tension and distrust between the McCanns, the Portuguese police, and various UK agencies eager to assist. Over time, the McCanns became embroiled in libel disputes with several UK newspapers, successfully suing for the publication of unverified and damaging claims based on leaks from Portuguese officials. Their approach illustrates a paradox. While media exposure can mobilize public support, it also invites speculation, misinformation, and reputational damage. Both the Portuguese authorities and Scotland Yard's subsequent inquiry have explored multiple hypotheses. A theory that Madeleine died in the apartment and her body was hidden, suggesting she was kidnapped for criminal exploitation. A scenario where opportunistic intruders abducted her. That Madeleine wandered out, possibly falling into a pit later filled in. Despite years of investigations, none of these theories has yielded definitive evidence. Police remain unable to confirm whether Madeleine is alive or dead. This uncertainty sustains both public interest and the persistence of alternative narratives. The case has also attracted individuals like Danny Krugel, a former South African policeman who claimed he could pinpoint Madeleine's location by using her hair in a device he invented. He described the machine as blending DNA science with satellite technology, a claim widely dismissed by experts as pseudoscientific. Yet his continued offers to show journalists where Madeleine could be found illustrate how desperation, hope, and sensationalism intertwine in unresolved cases. The disappearance of Madeleine McCann remains one of the most enduring modern mysteries. Several elements explain why the public and media continue to be captivated. With no body, no verified sightings, and no convictions, the story remains unresolved. It plays into every parent's nightmare, making the case relatable beyond national boundaries. The clash of official secrecy, media narratives, and internet forums has created a fertile ground for conspiracy theories. Ultimately, Madeleine's case embodies the intersection of tragedy, media power, international law, and public psychology. As you aptly noted in your text, somebody must know what happened to her, a sentiment that keeps journalists, police, and ordinary people following every lead even after more than 17 years. This case represents more than a missing child investigation. It is a study in how modern societies respond to crisis. It highlights the tensions between privacy and publicity, policing and journalism, skepticism and hope. Until there is resolution, the disappearance of Madeleine McCann will remain not only a personal tragedy, but also a defining moment in media history.